American Dreamer, we're sitting with Ron Thompson, Thompson Stewart PC, Sean Locke with Title Partners, great partnership here with the radio show, helping people with their real estate transactions. But we were talking about before the break something about investment, but as well, Ron, estate planning is so important in real estate. You can get yourself into some hairy situations. In fact, we've been helping a client who had a little bit of a mess with their estate planning. Their father passed away, and now they've got some properties, and it's been a little bit of a headache to get it sorted out because it wasn't really well taken care of ahead of time. How important is that estate planning?
Well, as you know, Paul, it's critical. I think that's one of the acronyms in your riches concept, which is estate planning, and especially for real estate. There's a number of people that need estate planning, but at the top of that list is anybody who's certainly investing in real estate, because for starters, every place, every county that you own real estate is going to be a separate court proceeding with court costs, attorney's fees, probate fees, etc. So it can be a real disaster that's easily cleaned up with estate planning and a trust. And in terms of funding the trust with the real estate, that's also another tricky piece. And candidly, not to continue to sort of shoot at my brother attorneys, but ultimately I find a lot of estate planners that are very, very smart in that regard don't understand real estate. And the problem I find is if you have a trust, that's great, but make sure that the real estate you have is funded correctly into the trust. And there's very specific ways of doing that, which frequently people go the wrong direction and create problems for themselves.
And I agree. Yeah. I've seen it really isn't always just a template approach to these things. You need to sit with your client. I know you do. Listen to their situation and have a broad background like you do to be able to say, okay, well, in your situation, here's what's important. In someone else's situation, something else may be important. So it's important to be working with the right sort of experts. And so we're thrilled to bring you American Dreamer each week here on Michigan Real Talk. Some of Michigan's finest professionals to help you think about your American dream. We say it every week, Tina. Nobody's an expert in everything.
Right.
We're an expert in real estate, as real estate brokers. Mm-hmm. We're experts in real estate. But when it comes to estate planning,
not us.
Give Ron Thompson a call, Thompson Stewart PC.
Or title insurance.
At Title Insurance, Michigan. Yeah, that's right, Title Partners here. So estate planning is a big part of anybody's thinking when it comes to real estate. And it matters even just in your own personal residence, but so much more for the investor, right? When there's assets, you don't want to see those caught up in probate and all kinds of costs that don't need to be associated.
Absolutely. And as you know, if you have an estate plan and a trust and it's properly funded, the real estate is properly connected to that vehicle, you're going to have a couple of advantages. Number one, complete avoidance of probate. Number two, immediate access to be able to do something with that real estate consistent with your trust requirements. And then finally, it's completely tax-free. A lot of real estate investors, as you know, they invest in real estate and hopefully they achieve gains on that real estate. And of course, if they got a good tax person working with them, they're depreciating the improvements on that property and they've got a substantial amount of gain there. And the beauty of a trust is all that passes 100% tax-free to their heirs. So if you really want to be a good real estate investor, you really want to finish it off by having the estate planning piece and in concert with your other plans.
That's great. We talk about it. What makes life good, really? Mm-hmm. It's not just the hard, cold facts of how much money you have in the bank, but what are you building? What kind of future are you creating for your heirs? It's such a wonderful thing to be able to say there's some legacy that's well taken care of that can be passed on. To my view of things, that's good living.
Yeah.
To be able to